Good morning, dreamers. How are you today? That's an interesting flavor. I put two pods in one cup today, and that's a good flavor. I have to remember what two pods I put in because I don't remember. My brain is Swiss cheese. Welcome to perimenopause. Anyway, how are you today? I hope you are doing well. There's someone right here. Hi. Are you going to say hi? No, she's not going to say hi. It's Pastel. She's been very clingy. So yesterday I had something very interesting happen, and it was, if you there she is. If you want interesting, keep your eyes open and you'll find it. But it was interesting because someone came to my work to give me a hug, and it was so appreciated. And they also always bring a listening ear, this person. And but she came with advice, and her advice was, have you watched your Good Morning Dreamers? And I was like, I just did my Good Morning Dreamers. And she said, yeah, but have you watched it? Because you got really, really close to the screen and you said, you are valuable, you are whatever, right? And so that was yesterday's episode. And so she's like, you need to rewatch it because your words are really important that you hear them. And it made me think a lot about, do we talk to ourselves? I mean, honestly, that's what I'm doing here, right? You are here to have coffee with me at Grandma's table. But if none of you show up, I'm still having coffee at Grandma's table. But there are different parts of myself. There's different parts of yourself. In therapy, it's called internal family systems, right? You have the protector, you have the organizer, you have the playful inner child, you have the true person of yourself. And the whole concept is that if God is one being made up of several persons, and we're made in the image of the divine, then of course we're going to have different parts of ourselves. And we've talked about it before, like we used to call it, we wear many hats, right? We just, which hat is presenting itself today? Well, today I'm wearing my mom hat, and we take off our mom hat and we put on our work hat, and we talk about that in those terms all the time. But do we ever sit down and talk to the selves that are within us? And one of the things is I've actually named my parts, and one of the things I neglect doing is I will talk to my administrator. Her name is Mom. And I'll be like, all right, let's make our list. And I will make a list of what needs to get done because I'm administrating the day, the family, the household, the whatever. I will talk to my inner child when it's like, ooh, what movie do we want to watch? Right? Or what game do we want to play? I will talk to my protector when I say, hey, I think we need to have a nap or call it a night and go to bed early. It's more listening to them than talking to them. What do they want? What do they need? And the one I forget to do, and this is rampant in society, especially at Christmas time, is I forget to talk to my physical self, my body. And my body is named Rosie in this therapeutic family. And I don't always sit and say, hey, Rosie, what do you need? What do you need? It's not what do you want, because what Rosie wants and what Rosie needs are two very, very different things. Rosie always needs more water. Rosie always needs more movement. Always. But beyond that, what does Rosie need? Sometimes, hey, Rosie needs a coffee. Sometimes Rosie needs sleep. She needs the protector to put us to bed at night earlier than normal. Sometimes Rosie needs to have a salad. Sometimes Rosie needs to have salt. For me, sometimes Rosie needs to have salt. And she needs to have salt from a good source. So a slice of ham, like a protein, versus a bag of chips. because we're really, really good at giving Rosie her salt through chips. We're really good at that. But what does she need? So I encourage you, I challenge you today to think internally, what parts of myself are being neglected? What parts of myself, not neglected, maybe ignored in the hubbub of getting ready for the holidays? What parts of myself? What do I need? And if you can't think of the parts of yourself, just say, what do you need? And you might need to sit down like this or with a mirror and actually look yourself in the eye. That's why I don't always look at the camera, because I'm looking at myself in the eye. And say, what do you need? Because it's different for everyone, and I can give all the advice in the world, and I can be super spiritual, I can be this, I can be that, and we're just having coffee at Grandma's table. But my friend, what do you need? It's going to be different than what I need. It's going to be different than what your kid needs. It's going to be different than what your partner needs. It's going to be different than what especially if, like yesterday, remember we said shuffling is an acceptable pace. And so if someone's flying, they need different things than someone who's shuffling, right? Don't hide your shuffle and don't dim your flight. You need different things. And if you're running or walking in between the flying and the shuffling, it is what it is. Whatever you need is what you need. Sometimes you need to get out of bed because your bed has been calling you, and now all you can do is work and sleep and work and sleep and work and sleep. You don't need that. You need to get out of bed, actually this one knows because she can zone into that pattern very, very quickly. Work and sleep, work and sleep. But it's like, no, get out of bed. Have a conversation with people face to face and talk to your family and engage in something fun and sit at the table for breakfast instead of running to your room or sitting on the couch or whatever, right? What do you need? You might need alone time. That's okay to take. You don't owe an explanation to anyone except the one that created you, the way you are, and with your needs. If you don't take care of them, when the Almighty God has loaned you this life and loaned you this body, then no one will take care of him. No one will take care of you if you're not stewarding your own self. Learn that the most difficult way possible is that I can state my needs, and I can state my needs, and I can state my needs. I can put mom's alone time on the calendar. But if mom doesn't take the alone time, no one's going to come and say, hey, it's time for you to be by yourself. What are you doing today in order to be by yourself, in order to care for yourself? But this friend came in yesterday and she called me on it. And she asked me, she said, are you following your own advice? So sit down, and if you can't do it for yourself, then sit down and tell me what you think I need. What would you advise a friend? And then follow your own advice. The whole time, keep your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds, and know that I love you. Bye.